Hey friends, Tux here. I get a lot of questions about where to get MP3s. So you have a player. These are just 6 examples of my players. If you go back in my queue, my video queue, you'll see I have literally dozens of MP3 players. And these are 6 of my kind of favorite ones I've been using lately, okay? But I have a lot of MP3 players, and I have a lot of MP3s, obviously, okay? So people say, hey, Tux, where do I get MP3s? I just got a brand new player. I just got a player, and I need to fill it with music. So what do I do, okay? So I asked, just for fun, I went ahead and asked a paid version of AI. I'm not going to advertise which one it is, but it's a paid version, and I wanted to see what it thought of where it gets MP3s from. Where is the logical place? Okay, and let's see how many of these I do itself. Okay, and there might be some doubles in here, but the first answer it gave, number 10, was to rip your own music files, rip your own CDs. Okay, which is a great way of getting MP3s. In fact, a lot of people have big CD collections. Okay, so you can easily take the MP3s or create MP3s or FLAC files or whatever is your audio file of choice, and make them from your own physical media. Okay, that is the very best way, because that way you can control the bit rate, you can make the quality you want, and there's a lot of programs that you can use to, record MP3s from your own physical media. Okay, so that's a whole nother conversation, but if you have a favorite, let me know what you use to rip CDs right below. Okay, and if you need suggestions, just ask me. I believe I have some videos on this already. In fact, I think one of them shows me ripping a CD. Okay, but just to give you an idea, like, that is the best way, honestly. If you own physical media, do that. Okay, if you don't, physical media is incredibly cheap if you're buying from, like, yard sales, thrift stores, maybe even eBay, that kind of thing. If you're going to Target to buy a CD, it's going to be expensive, just like it used to be, and maybe even more expensive. Physical media is definitely making a comeback, and so it can be kind of pricey. But if you go to, like, a local Salvation Army or something, you probably can get CDs for like $1 each or something. So it's really easy to get a nice CD collection going, and then you'll own that forever. Okay, that's so much better than having like Spotify or Tidal or something, and having a case where you're having to pay monthly for, something you don't really own. Once you own the CD, you can always re-rip those music files. Okay, there's been times where I've actually had issues where I've had to re-rip my music collection because I lost it. So I do recommend backups. Okay, so important safety tip, back it up. Okay, but number 10 was ripping your own CDs. That makes total sense. You can use Windows Media File. You can use a lot of different programs to go ahead and make that CD happen, from your own media. Okay, next up, number 9, according to this paid AI, is buying digital albums or tracks from MP3 stores. This could be like Amazon, MP3 store, Bandcamp, there's a lot of programs. 7 Digital is one. There's a lot of places where you can actually get MP3s, Cubas. There's countless ones online where you can buy MP3s, okay, or whatever. Some of them even allow you to change the music format to something different, but basically I say MP3, I'm just referring to a music file, okay, but that's a great way of doing it too. And then again, once you own it, you own it, and also another good thing about that, like Amazon Music, there's been a few times through where I lost my music collection. My computer got a virus. My master collection of MP3s or audio files, if you will, got damaged or something, or corrupt or whatever, hard drive failure, and I've had to re-download and recreate my collection from scratch. And if you do buy it from a store like that, one good thing is that usually you can download the whole bundle from the store, and so that's a good way of going, and that makes it a little bit easier, Again, back it up. Next up is number 8, is download free MP3 archives. There's a lot of places where music is free. Maybe it's not the exact hit single from 2026 you're looking for, but there is places where you can get MP3 or music files for free online. Okay, so that's something to consider. If you Google like free music archive, JAMA is JAMENDO. I've never used that one, but they recommended it. Or just Internet Archive, look up for live shows, public domain, that kind of thing. You can get some music for free, and you could easily start your collection that way and then start getting those paid ones or the ones you rip yourself later. Okay, number 7, it kind of goes along with the other one. They say convert your own recordings. Okay, so that could be anything from like podcasts, live audio you recorded, that kind of thing, field audio. You can export it, to MP3 or a WAV file, and then put it onto your player. That's true. Number 6, AI kind of goofed on this one a little bit. It says podcast direct downloads, okay? And sometimes you can actually download whole episodes, and that could be a live show, that could be a lot of different things, but that is another way you can actually download audio files for your MP3 players, okay? Let's see, what are we up to? Number 5, okay, audio book MP3 purchases. Much like buying actual audio, files, like music files, you can actually download audiobooks the same way. And if you download an audiobook, you can easily save that collection, add it to your thing, okay? I wish AI would have, had it just be music here in this particular example, but we're going to continue on anyway. Number 4, convert your own lossless library. Okay, so if you have FLAC files, if you have WAV files, ALACs, AIFFs, that kind of thing, you can use different programs, to actually convert it to MP3s. There's Fubars 1, 2000, Music Bees another, DP Power Amps another. There's a lot of ways of converting, one type of music file, a lossless version, and creating your own music collection that way. That's more like just kind of changing a music file. And you do have to watch out though, because sometimes when you convert or change a music file, sometimes you might have some problems, like a little degradation in the music file or something. So that's kind of a slippery slope, if you will, but sometimes you have to. Maybe the music is in a format that you don't want it in, Okay, continuing on. Number 3 is sync music from your music management system. Okay, and that could be the same kind of thing, using software to go ahead. There's apps out there that allow you to organize music directly onto an MP3 player. Okay, so maybe you already have music files on your computer, and you can actually sync it and download it that way, okay? And that's a good one. Most people on their home computer probably already have some music, Number 2 is artist direct release tracks. Sometimes artists will actually give away MP3s for free, and you can actually download them and put them on your player. So sometimes it could be like free singles, tour exclusive, sample albums, remix packs, that kind of thing. There's a lot of sources online for free music that way, okay? And then number 1 is transfer files you already own using USB drag and drop. Take your computer, plug it into the player, and then drag and drop music files. Okay, so that's AI's list of top 10 ways, okay? The one thing they notably excluded from that list was the use of torrents, okay? And a lot of people will tell you, oh yeah, torrenting, died in the 90s or 1000s or wherever, but obviously like Pirates Bay, there's a lot of different sites that still allow torrents. Now, I'm not condoning or getting into the debate of is it proper or, is it, how do I say this? I don't want to get on the slope of is it right to, go ahead and download torrents, and that's a whole nother conversation. And that's something for you to decide yourself where it fits you morally, But there are a lot of websites out there where you can download torrent music that people have uploaded their own music up there, and then you can download, for free through a torrent service, You can just Google MP3 torrents, and you can probably find a whole bunch of, And then finally, I would say there's other things that aren't as popular anymore. I know there was some services. There was a Russian music service, which I forget the name, but it would allow you to pay money, okay? And you weren't buying songs, but you were buying bandwidth. And then they were claiming that the money used to buy the bandwidth to download the music was going to the artist, okay? I'm not quite sure how that works, but that was popular for a while, back after the whole Napster fiasco, in the early 2000s for downloading music, that was kind of popular, I'd say around 2004 or so, maybe 2005. It was a good way of getting, certain songs you wanted, including pretty recent songs, and that was kind of a way that wasn't quite as in the gray legal area, as far as downloading torrents of music. You were actually paying something in. Now, the question I would have would be, would the money really be getting to the artist or not? Probably not, But anyway, that is something else that was popular for a while, and you might still be able to do out there, and maybe that will make you feel better about it if you're actually paying money in that is supposedly going to the artist, okay? And then other times, another thing you can do, even sometimes social media groups like Facebook, I'd say, sometimes there's groups you can join there, audiophile groups or MP3 lovers groups, that kind of thing. And sometimes people will post MP3s on there for free you can download. And these can be, hit songs and that kind of thing too. So maybe that might be another thing for you to explore yourself and decide if that is right for you, or the songs you want, that kind of thing. But really, when it comes down to it, I think the best way to get MP3s, honestly, is to, download, rip the music file yourself, and then download from a computer onto the MP3 player, and when you rip it yourself, again, then you control the bit rate, the quality, everything. And of course, I would recommend always saying it at the highest possible quality, okay? All right, guys, that's all I got for you. I just want to talk about this a little bit because this is such a reoccurring question. They say, hey, TUXX, where do you get your files at? I have countless gigs of music and terabytes of music, really. And so it's the type of thing where I understand why people are asking this. And this is the type of thing which it can be kind of tricky when you first start, but ripping your own CDs is the best way, okay? All right, friends, we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.